Previously on Knights of the Old Republic.
Watching you in the dueling ring. Not bad for an amateur. I'm tempted to come out of retirement and show you what it's like to do battle against a real champion, but I only fight in death matches. And not too many people are willing to step into the ring knowing they won't ever come out. How about you, stranger? You think you got what it takes?
Hey, I know you. You're the mysterious stranger, right? Everybody's saying you're gonna fight Bendick Starkiller in an illegal death match.
Ladies and gentlemen, come with me now on a journey to the savage days of years gone by, to a time when two combatants entered the arena and only one came out alive. They're illegal. They're banned. They've been outlawed for nearly 10 years, but we've got one for you tonight. A good old-fashioned death match. Bendak is down. It's over. It's over. The fight is over. Bendak Starkiller is down. Bendak Starkiller is dead. All hail the mysterious stranger, the greatest duelist to ever grace the rings of Terrace.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Old Republic. In the last one, we became the greatest dueling champion to ever grace the rings of Terrace. We took down the Mandalorian known as Bendak Starkiller. We obtained his blaster pistol for our own personal use, and 700 credits. So, we decided to take those winnings, and we're going to gamble with them, and we're also going to cash in on Bendak's bounty down in the Lower City Cantina. We are back in the Lower City, and I had a thought as I was in the loading screen, in that I wonder if there's any unique dialogue in the Hidden Beck base now that we have won the swoop race and we've won back Bastila. So I am actually going to swap out Karth. Actually, I lied. I'm going to unequip Karth's weaponry first, because he actually has things that Mission can use. So I'm going to swap out Karth in my party for Mission. Again, just trying to grab some unique dialogue here and there from some, between, whether it's party members or just in general. The unique dialogue's pretty cool in this game, so let's take a look at Bendak's blaster. It is balanced. That is awesome, because it does not penalize us for having a for it being in the offhand. It is upgradable, and it's okay. Not as good as Karth's blaster, even though we have upgraded it quite heavily. It's not as good as, it's about the same as a heavy blaster, but upgradable. So we're just going to toss Karth's blaster and Bendak's blaster in Mission's hands for now. Pretty good stats still. And we'll mosey on and see if we can get some dialogue down here. And of course, we're going to gamble and turn our bounty in. And then when all that's done, oh dear. That's weird. That's very weird. It just kind of warped us in here? What is happening? Gadden's not at his desk? Zerdra? Zerdra?
On behalf of Gadden, I want to offer the thanks of all the Hidden Becks. You rode like a true champion in the swoop race. I'm sorry Gadden can't be here to thank you in person, but he's retired to the safety of his private chambers. I'm afraid he's grieving over Brejik's death.
Grieving over Brejik's death. Interesting. I hope Gadden doesn't blame me for Brejik's death.
Brejik violated the customs and traditions of Taris. He dishonored himself by refusing to honor his wager. He got what he deserved. Even Gadden has to realize that. Even so, I think Gadden hoped that somehow Brejik could be made to realize the error of his ways. Despite everything he'd done, Gadden probably would have forgiven him.
Gadden always was too soft on Brezhik. I just wish I'd been there when that scum got what was coming to him.
But he isn't out of danger yet. The surviving Volkers will still want him dead. He's a prime target now, as are you. You better be careful out on the streets.
Okay, so there was some dialogue, and we did get some unique stuff from Mission. That's pretty neat. I don't know why it, like, warped us into the Hidden Beck base. It's like it knew that's where we were headed. I don't think we can get into his private quarters. I mean, I could try. I don't think we can get in there. Not like it matters anyway. So... Now, if we were to decided to side with the Volkars in the swoop race, we would have had to have killed basically all of the Hidden Becks. So that would have been interesting. And fun fact, if you do choose to side with the Volkars, you get your hands on a Vibro Double Blade. You actually get your hands on 2 of them. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. So it's very much so a moral dilemma. Loot over... siding with the morally less scummy group of people. Anyway, into the cantina. The cantina of crashing, so we need to be on our toes. The cantina of crashing. Where's Zax?
I figured you'd be back. Neither of us is
Canderous.
off this planet unless we work together. But we've got a small problem. I haven't heard about anyone breaking into the military base.
The Miliardi base.
So I know you don't have those departure codes. If you want me to help you, you've got to bring something to the table. So until you get those codes, we really don't have much to talk about.
And he is referring to the main quest, of course. I'll be back when I get the
Glad
codes.
to hear it.
Alright, so I'm just gonna mosey on around and pray that the crashing gods do not smite me. I want to talk to Zax. Please allow me to talk to Zax. Back again, Human. Hope you didn't come just to chat. I have a bounty I want to collect on. Which bounty are you here to collect on? Bendak. So you killed Bendak in a deathmatch duel. Ironic, isn't it? Bendak has a bounty on for killing people in a duel, and you collect it by killing him in a deathmatch. That's fair. Here, 300 credits. So we ended up getting a grand for all of our troubles, I suppose. Can I get 400 credits? Ah, you're brave, human. You bargain with a hut. But I like you. 400 it is. You do good work, Human. If you keep cashing in bounties, they'll work harder. Alright. I'm out of here. Goodbye, Human. Oh, buddy. Experience, money. I'm getting out of this room because it has crashed my game before. I'll take that. More money to gamble on. It's actually recouping those implants we bought last episode. Alright, Gelrud. We're here for some celebratory gambling. Actually, Uriah, do you have any credits? Or, any cards I could buy? Oh, I skipped past his dialogue. I think he's congratulating for my swoop race. I'll have to go back and read that in post. That's my fault. What do you got for sale? You have nothing good. Yeah, I don't even want to begin. Okay, let's do some gambling with Gelrud. And I am going to quick save in the event of a crash. Not for save scumming purposes. Quick saving in the event of a crash.
Back again. Well, ever since I was banned from the upper cantina, I've been desperate to find a good game of Bazak. You want to play?
Yeah, I will play.
Excellent. My funds were getting somewhat low.
I wonder if there's anything to beating him multiple times, even though he's like he's been accused of cheating. Well, 40 credits it is, and this is our Lucky Pazak deck. We beat him last time with it. That was an epic match, by the way, we had last time. So, and here we go, another round of Space Blackjack. It is, and we're off to a relatively decent a relatively decent start. We are lower on the table than he is. After 3 turns. He has burned a card, and we've got an okay hand. It's not great. I would have liked to have had, instead of +4 and +2, I would have liked to have had -4 and -2. It is what it is. 60% chance. Yeah, see where that -2 would have come in handy? Didn't get a great side hand this round, even though he did burn a card to win a round, so it could be worse. Things are going about as I expected for a gambling match against this guy. 19... I mean, he's so behind. He could beat me again. It puts my back against the wall. I feel like I need to burn... My gut says stand. Thank goodness he didn't have a +2 there. That tells us he didn't have a +2. So that we could actually use that to our advantage, believe it or not. So we actually won a round without having to dip into our reserves. I hit the stand button, didn't I, instead of the end turn button? Oh boy. I certainly did, where my cursor is sitting. I am recording this late at night. That's my excuse. Not going well. Oh. And we pay. We pay for my horrible mistake.
You played well?
Alright, I'll play.
Excellent.
Alright. And this, my friends, is called the slippery slope of gambling. Can we recoup our loss? Got a better side hand this time, at least. I am obligated to burn my +1 now. That is unfortunate. If we'd saved it, we would have had a 10% chance of snagging what we needed. I could burn a card here and just win, though. That sounds pretty good. Even though in the long run, he's set up more for the long game. We're still okay. I'll stand. He didn't have any minus cards? Very interesting. Like, when I'm standing and he's just burning through cards, it's so nerve-wracking. I mean, we're up 2-0. We're up 2-0. I mean... in all honesty, we've beaten this guy 3-2. You know, if we don't count my misclick from the first game.
You did well in our
How about best 2 out of 3, Gilrude? Best 2 out of 3.
Excellent. My funds were getting somewhat low.
Best 2 out of 3 to see if we're in the money or if we're not. Got an okay side deck, not about the same as last time. I mean, it's hard to not just guarantee a not loss. That's rough right there. That's rough. That's how we began last round, I guess. That's tough, though. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Well, we can't lose on the next turn, at least. Another 1, interesting. We're just gonna go. Oh boy, a 4 here would just make my day. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna let him have this one. He burned a card. We're even Stevens on cards now. I could have. I'm gonna save my desperation plays for when it's do or die. My guts... I mean, he's already at 11. My gut says stand. My gut says stand. We'll take that. Okay, now we're actually even Steven here. Give me a 10. Wow, that is rough. That is rough. I'm going to roll the dice here. It's not looking good. I don't want to burn a +1 to make it to 18. That's not great. If we stand on 17, here's how the math breaks down on this. If we stand on 17, he has a grand total. So if you think about it, he has 10 numbers he could draw, right? So if he draws, I mean, it's not great if we stand here. I'm 30% chance to draw the card we need, or 30% chance to not bust on the next turn. What are the odds of him actually beating us on the next turn? He needs a 7, 8, or 9. That is 30%. He has a 30% chance of beating us, a 10% chance of busting, and a 60% chance of drawing another card. I think standing out here is actually the wiser play, now that I think about the breakdown. Could be wrong. Break it down for me if you want. I'm all for that. You know, in the grand scheme of things, that went about as well as you could have hoped. Besides winning, of course. He burned a card. He burned a side deck card on that. I don't know why I'm playing this extremely sweaty. We're fine here. That's why I saved my cards, ladies and gentlemen. Yikes. Well, he's down to 1 card. He is down to 1 card, and I do not know what it is, but he's down to 1 card, and we don't have great stuff. I mean, well, we say that. Are you kidding me? He's done that twice. Just pure pizzaked us twice. This is a rough way to go. I mean, it's just going to be an RNG extravaganza down the stretch here. Just an extravaganza. If it was a third, well, if it was any, we can win and pray for RNG for the next 2 hands. All right, we need to win with pure RNG on the next 2, over the next, actually, yeah, 2 hands. Oh, it's a rough way to go. 60% chance to not bust. 30% chance to not bust. That's what I thought would happen. And now it's just straight up RNG, winner take all. I'm going to stand on 18. It seems like the right choice. And that's how it's done. RNG has smiled upon us this day, ladies and gentlemen, and has smiled upon us this day.
You did well in our last match.
And after all that,
If you're ever looking for...
we're up 40 credits, winning best 2 out of 3. All right, folks, we're out of here. Back to the lower city. And we are going to actually head to the upper city, where, I need to make sure I head the right direction, it is to my right. We are going to head and do a little shopping. A little droid shopping, if you will. A couple episodes ago, Canderous, who we just talked to in the cantina there, filled us in on a plan he has to escape the planet. And then it involves getting an astromech droid from Janice Null at the droid shop here in the upper city. So that's what we're going to do real fast. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to break into that there Sith military base. So we are going to go do some shopping. Wait. Am I in the right upper city? Oh, Droids by Janice. This is the droid shop. I was like, this is the clinic. It is not. It is the droid shop. So let's go talk to Miss Null and purchase one of these 2 Heater Astromech droids. Greetings, Janice Null. I heard Bendak Starkiller finally met his match. I can't say I'm surprised. He was getting on in years. People start to lose their edge as they get older. Don't I know it? That's the nice thing about droids. A yearly maintenance check and a few replacement parts here and there, and they can last forever. Alright, Canderous said you'd sell the T3M M4 droid to me. Well, is it the T3 M4? I mean, I guess that's the one. I don't remember exactly what he said, but sure. We'll go with this. Canderous sent you. Why didn't you say so? Okay, the droid is ready. You can have it for 2 stacks. 2 stacks. I like how the top option is just, here you go. I mean, I'll give you half. This is the best droid you'll ever buy. The price is non-negotiable, even for one of Davik's agents. Price is firm, 2 stacks, take it or leave it. I don't want to be an a-hole and... How much money do we have? Actually, let me see your inventory. Man, we only have 2,300 credits. We're gonna go back to being poor after this purchase. This saddens me. Wait, do I have any... I'm not gonna use a level up, I refuse. Do I have anything that boosts, like, my persuade skill? Awareness, no. That is a darn shame, I must say. Half? Oh, it worked this time. That makes sense. I do want to stay on Davik's good side. If you're trying to rob me, why don't you stick a blaster in my face? He's yours for 1,500. Yeah, fine. I'll go back to being somewhat poor. It's a deal. Big spender. T3M4 unit is yours. Pleasure doing business with you. A real pleasure. T3M4 has joined the party. And with that, we have obtained our 5th party member. So I'm going to ditch I would like to unequip mission real fast. I'm going to send Basila back to the hideout briefly. And we just lost 1,500 credits. We got a lot of experience, though. We'll take it. I do want to unequip mission of these weapons, because obviously T3 is a ranged character. He's a droid after all. And droids are unique in that they have specialized items you have to equip them with. They don't wear armor, obviously. But he does come stock with some pretty decent stuff. 10 uses on a shield disruptor. Stun rate. 10 uses. I feel like there was something he could get that had unlimited uses, but, you know, what do I know? We actually do have a handful of droid parts. Well, we have some scopes. You know, it's not terrible. They do the exact same thing. I'll equip it. Why not? We'll toss on Kart's blaster in his primary slot, his primary hand, quote unquote. Does he get offhand penalties? Actually, I'm just curious. Does he get offhand penalties? He does. Interesting. Well, I know he's got some level ups, so let's round out this episode by doing some level ups on T3M4. Attributes. Dexterity and intelligence. He's already got 20 intelligence. Does he need more? I mean, I feel like rounding him out, giving him an extra +3 is the right way to go here. Skills, I mean, this guy can do everything. He's a droid after all. I mean, I'm just going to bump everything I can bump. I'll have one left over. But I can't exactly bump his demo. So, they will be saved. You can spend them the next time you gain a level. Okay, perfect. So they do get stored over. Was not totally sure if that did or not. Skills, we'll just bump these up. So every other level, wait. Did I not just... Oh, this is a cross-class skill. Oh, I see. Awareness is going to be better than demolitions. We have plenty of characters that can do that. Awareness is way better. Feats. Alright, so droids are a little bit limited on the feats, obviously. We could go any number of ways. I feel like 2-weapon fighting would be the way to go here to minimize that 2-weapon penalty he gets. It's hard to say no to that. We'll just keep motoring along here. I think he's got this one and one more. So he's only got 4 skill points here, so we're just gonna bump into the regular ones. Another feat. What do these tactician logic upgrades even do? +4 to defense. That's pretty good. +6 is even better. And he gets that when he hits level 12. Again, it's hard to say no to the 2-weapon fighting. I want to mitigate... that's all he can get, actually. I want to mitigate that penalty he gets. So, and he does get one more. That is awesome, even though it's just a kind of... It's a crappy level up. And with that, T3M4 is rounded out. His skills, I believe, are just off the chart. So, like, he has 16 computer skill right now, which is unreal, thanks to his intelligence attribute. 16 repair, again, it's based on intelligence. Note to self, intelligence is the repair skill, which I want to be good at with my own player character in the future. So, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to quickly swap Bastila back into the party. Let me do that very quickly. And with that, we are all equipped to take on the Sith military base, but I'm all out of time for this episode. In the next one, we take on the Sith military base. We'll call it a raid. This is Sith turf, so any door we open, any door at all, could have bad guys behind it.
Attack! Attack!
You there, who man? Remember me? You helped me once. You helped me once before when the Sith were trying to arrest me outside your apartment. You remember? I do remember there being a raid in our apartment complex.